If you've been following along on our journey, you know the past couple weeks haven't been the best for us. But things are beginning to look up. Here we are in Linton Bay, Panama, where we have been getting the boat ready for the arrival of our friends.
The boat is finally ready for our guest. It was supposed to be guests, but my friend Spence, who you guys saw come join us for a week back in the Bahamas, well, his passport was expiring in the next month. So when he went to check in, they wouldn't let him on the flight because your passport needs to be valid for 6 months from when you get to Panama. But our friend Addie's coming.
The boat is all ready for her. And once she arrives here, I'm gonna grab her and then we're gonna do a night sail. And it's a little sporty out today, so hopefully all goes well. That night, we picked Addie up at the dinghy dock and away we sailed through the night. The sail from Linton Bay to the San Blas Islands is only 45 miles. But one thing you can't wait for when you're on a schedule is good wind to get us there. So instead, we had to bash our way into the wind and waves for what ended up taking us 65 miles and 14 hours. The tough sail was worth every mile once we arrived back in the stunning San Blas Islands. Venancio, the master mola maker, is here, so Addie is checking out the molas, and I'm making them some coffees. Molas are handmade textiles that form part of the traditional Guna women's clothing. Molas can take from weeks to months to complete, depending on the complexity of the design.
How much are these? 80. One's 80 and one's 100. Wow. Okay.
The number of layers and stitching like these are a sign of the higher quality by a master mola maker. We purchased our favorites and said so long to Venancio. We only had 5 more days to show Addie the best of San Blas.
That black line, it spins the drum and coils it back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to
With calm conditions, Addie had her first sailing lesson. It's funny to hear ourselves teaching someone else how to sail. I mean, we are still learning ourselves. Gary pulls the head sail sheet while I let out the furling line. And ta-da, out comes the head sail.
So she's going to basically let that out and sail start.
So you can see how the sail's starting to come out now?
Oh yeah.
The black line.
We had 16 miles to our favorite island, Coco Banderas. Sailing conditions change so drastically depending on which way the wind blows, and today the sailing was perfect. We made it to Coco Banderas. How was your sail, Addie?
It was great. It was super relaxing today.
Much better than yesterday.
Calm seas, got to read a book. It was beautiful.
And Addie and I are gonna go for a swim and then hopefully have a beach bonfire tonight. Gary dropped Addie and I off at our own personal beach, and he headed off to catch dinner. Just a short snorkel from the beach, we came across these 2 Caribbean reef squid. Before we knew it, our ride was back with dinner. Gary prepped the Spanish mackerel he speared for the fire, and Addie and I explored the island. And because we had a special guest, we finally roasted the marshmallows we bought back in Puerto Rico for dessert. It is so beautiful here, we did not want to leave, but there was so much more we wanted to share with Addie, so we had to keep moving. But first, one more quick swim. This island reminds me of the screensaver I used to stare at while working, daydreaming of being somewhere else. And now, I'm here. This is my somewhere else. And I must say, it is worth all the struggles we faced along the way. So, white sand beaches, blue water, starfish. What else could a girl need? Oh yeah, Gary said girls need coconuts. We are on the move again this morning. We just left Coco Banderos. It was beautiful and we got to have a little beach time all to ourselves. But now we're headed to Isla Morquina, I believe it's called, to go to a party at the village. So we hope we make it in time. It is 11 a.m. and it's gonna take us a few hours to get there, but hopefully the party is still going and we can find a good spot to anchor. I'm pretty sure Addie could have stayed here forever, but there's more to see. We dropped our anchor and headed to visit the village of Rio Sidra, where we were greeted with smiles and laughter. Today was Mother's Day here, and everyone was out to celebrate. While walking around, Addie and I were invited to try the traditional Gouda makeup, and the children were delighted when we said yes. While Gary was waiting for our makeovers to be complete, he was having a fun time sharing our GoPro with the children. Aside from molas, the Guna make lots of jewelry. The beaded ankle bracelets are part of their traditional outfits, so of course we had to add some jewelry to complete our look. With our makeup on and our new jewelry, it was time for us to get to Isla Máquina, who was hosting the Mother's Day festivities that night. We ended up getting there after dark, but here are a few clips from our night. Toward the end of the night, a piñata was hoisted, and the mothers took turns taking swings. And then they invited me to take a hit. And with that, our Guna Mother's Day experience was complete. So you see, the thing is, the beaches here are beautiful, but there are beaches all over the world. For us, the beauty of traveling is getting to meet the people and experiencing the cultures that surround us. So last night we went to 2 villages for their Mother's Day celebrations, which was really cool. But Addie and I had our faces painted with their traditional makeup. And what we didn't realize was that the black is not just washable makeup, and it's actually like stained our face, our nose. So we tried scrubbing it off, but no luck. Tried covering up with makeup. Nope. So it looks like we're gonna be walking around with our noses like this for a few days. It has been a crazy morning so far. So we are getting ready to go on a waterfall hike with El DeFanzio. We met him last night in the village, and his boat is on the way to pick us up. And actually we just got rid of our anchor chain, so that's really cool. But we are running late, so we will see you.
Our ride is here.
Our ride is here, yeah. We will see you soon.
We jumped on the panga, leaving one life behind, while the other boat finished switching their anchor chain, and we headed for the nearby river. We arrived at the start of our trek and left the panga behind. Meet our friend Ildefonso, who shared with us that the Guna use this type of palm for their hatch roofs because it lasts for 20 years.
20 years.
A different roof.
Wow.
Wow. Can
Can
I
you check? A different, more the leaf, more the bigger, and leader line the roof. The 20 year depends.
Compared to this type of palm, which would only last for about 4 years. We continued with our friend Ellie guiding us and made our way past their cemetery. While here, we learned the families of lost loved ones visit every Sunday, and they leave cups and plates behind as symbols of love. And we continued down the trail, learning more as we went.
Oh, some people in making some medicine.
Medicine, yeah.
Medicine. But I say this all the flower here, all the medicine.
all medicine?
Yeah.
Wow.
We stopped along the trail to try some fresh sugarcane, which the Guna used to make chicha, their version of moonshine.
It's good.
It's very sugar, huh?
It's very good.
Ginger texture. You know.
As we continued across the stream, the guys spotted another fruit for us to try, although we never did get the proper English name for this one.
Try.
You tried.
Sour.
Sour?
See, I say it's a sneaker.
Snicker.
I like it.
Yeah. A bit further, and the trail ended, and the only way forward was to hike right up the river. We could feel the waterfall was getting closer, and before we knew it, we were there. We shared some drinks, swam, and relaxed in this amazing little cove. It might not be the biggest waterfall we have ever seen, but this one sure was magical.
We just got done with a really cool waterfall hike, and we learned a lot about the Kuna and their traditions. It was super cool, but we're back to the river now, so we're gonna hop on the boat, Swift Butterfly, and then head back to One Life.
As we headed back towards our panga, we passed a few other boats with people from Isla Makina. Most Guna Island settlements are located near the mouth of a river on the mainland. The river is the primary source of freshwater for drinking, cooking, bathing, and washing. Ildefonso and Ellie had brought some jugs with them to fill to bring back to their home. We were thrilled to be able to lend a hand filling them up in the river. We headed out the river mouth and back to One Life, where we invited the guys aboard for some drinks and music.
Ciao, you guys. Bye. Ciao. We have made it to our last stop in the San Blas Islands, and it is beautiful here. We're in the Lemon Cays.
A short dinghy ride away was the remains of an old army gunboat settled in about 15 feet of water. This wreck is covered in vibrant coral and marine life and surrounded by crystal clear water. Unfortunately, our time here has come to an end. It has been a whirlwind week, and we wanted to do a bit of relaxing before setting sail again.
Right, it is almost 10 p.m. and after a day of snorkeling here in the Lemon Cays, it is time for us to head back to Linton Bay to get Addie back to Panama City by Sunday morning. So we're gonna pull anchor and hopefully have a nice night sail. We have about 45 miles to go, so we're hoping we can average about 5 knots and get there around 7 a.m. So anyway, here we go. It is about 6 a.m. and we made it to Linton Bay. But the marina is not open for us to get a slip number yet, so we're gonna drop the hook out here in the bay and wait an hour for them to open. But it was a pretty nice sail.
On a time schedule to catch our ride into Panama City, we quickly tied One Life up at the marina and headed to the city so Addie could catch her flight. I know we say it all the time, but one thing we miss about land life is our family and friends, and I'm so thankful for this week we got to spend together with Addie.
Well, we just got back to One Life. She's sitting here at the dock still. It was fine while we left her for a night. And what do we do now?
Relax. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week. It was super fun having Addie here with us and cruising around San Blas really quickly. We sailed almost every day, so we're pretty worn out. I think One Life's a little worn out, so I think we'll spend the next couple days cleaning and putting everything back together and getting ready for our next destination.
Join us next week as we get the boat ready and set sail to someplace new. A huge thank you to our patrons who believe in us and help make these videos possible. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.
How is life back on land?
Good. Back
Got
to work,
snow.
back to the grind.
And you
No,
have
we got
snow?
snow.
How
Mhm.
much snow do you have?
Oh, it was maybe like half an inch.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought overall the week went pretty good. I'd say like the biggest pain would be like if you leave something downstairs, you have to crawl up and down the ladder 10 times to get all your stuff ready. It's like you're ready to go, you forget something. But I slept good. I was comfortable for the most part. So all that was good. The worst part was when it would start raining in the middle of the night. And you just have gotten comfortable and have to get up and close the hatches. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I think we're like so used to the hatches. I forgot what pain in the ass that is.
I think it would have been more challenging if I had stayed longer and had to like do laundry and do more like those day-to-day things, because we were pretty like, go like vacation mode when I was there. So
We didn't like have to do bucket laundry.
exactly. Well, I picked up the toilet pretty fast,
Oh yeah, you did.
and I was nervous about that and figuring that all out. But I feel like by the second day I had it down. And the shower, pumping the shower out, I feel like I figured that out pretty quick. So don't need to bring a lot of stuff. You don't have to really worry about dressing up or looking nice. Like you could probably wear the same outfit every day and no one around you would notice. Like I could probably just bring a purse and be good. I mean, there were times when I missed Wi-Fi, but I hate that that's the answer because, I don't want to be that person. So that's a little like isolating, I'm sure, at times. An air conditioner when you have to close the window because of the rain.
Yeah.
Oh, and the water maker is loud. That's what it is. I think just have an open mind, not be uptight. Just kind of go with the flow because it seems like you never know what's going to happen, what could happen,
Yeah, that's true.
You could have a great day, you could have a terrible day pretty easily. So you just have to be able to relax and just go with it. Really, that was probably my favorite thing, just snorkeling around with the starfish and stuff and collecting shells. That was just because it was just so chill. But then, of course, the Mother's Day festival is pretty unforgettable too. So I would like to come back and like learn more of the mechanics of sailing and stuff, and because I feel like I wasn't really there long enough to get everything in that I wanted to do.
I feel like a lot of people watching this will want to know, like, are thinking about doing it full time.
Yeah, gosh, I guess just do it. I mean, why not? You only have one life.
Cheers! Thanks for watching.